Now we've been around the house, we've come for a walk back out and we're going to go and explore the gardens here. So it's a quick jaunt round the front of the building. You see the sign in the distance? There's a little pathway down there that takes you to the gardens. That's where we're off to now. Right, and here we go. Down the path, down the side of the house, which leads you to the gardens. Right, so here we are, round in the gardens. And we have this facade of the house. Looking out onto these gardens here. How we get this direction? Right. So take a walk down to the orangery over there in the distance. All nicely manicured paths and gardens. Make for a very nice walk. And also down here by the side of the orangery is the village church. And as we look over to the orangery, there's another lovely manicured garden that sits in front of that. And here we are approaching the orangery. Notice there's quite a lot of ramps around, obviously to make things a lot easier for wheelchair users. So those are a little bit more infirm. Because there are quite a few steps up and down in this place. In the tropical orangery, and you notice the difference in temperature the moment you come inside here. It's not too bad outside, just a little bit cool. The moment you step inside this large greenhouse, really, you do notice how much warmer it is. Carry on wandering around. You can probably hear the fountain in the background, as well as tropical looking plants. We've come round full circle. Some little notice here telling you about this orangery. It says it's for normally inside the kitchen garden. Little pond and the fountain going. Right, moving on from the orangery, we come out past the church. Looks like it's having some stonework done to the wall. We take a walk out further into the gardens. Hopefully heading up towards the lake. You can see here, this is all the wall that's fallen down. It tells you about that. Right, here we are, as we're walking further away from the house into the extensive gardens that lie to the back and the side of it. I'll show you a few things that we have here. Here, to the right, behind the trees, there's a little pond. And as we are wandering around here, you may just see in the distance a little, looks like a folly. We'll get to that in a second. So as we go along the path, you'll see there's plenty of wooden benches out, so if you bring a picnic and want to eat outdoors, fend off the birds, that's there for you to do. Right, and having a look at this little folly, it looks no more than like shade really from the sun, and you can view out up the pond, right down to the statue at the far end. Now it's time to go and catch up with Julie as we wander around the rest of the garden. And you can see in the distance here another statue, which I'm sure we'll get a closer up view of later on as we wander around. As we wandered through the gardens, we noticed how the pathways seem to be well maintained, gravel based mainly, well drained, and you can see that with it being early spring, some of the early blooming flowers are starting to poke their heads through. Right, now we've come around the back of the gardens. Julie's gone off to take a few arty shots of the snowdrops. Try not to tread on them. She's coming back out. As we come round to the lake, you can see in the distance and get a glimpse through the trees to the boathouse. There's a sign here, if I zoom in, says that the lakeside paths are closed due to the paths being extremely muddy. Although they did tell us on reception that they were allowing you to go around, it was at your own discretion. So we may just have a look, see whether we think it's worth getting all mudded up, or whether we get a decent enough view from the bits where we can go. As you can see, we get here at the lovely large lake on the grounds. Paths, when it's not muddy, do extend all the way around. It's quite a trek. And here at the tail end of the lake is a little yellow boathouse. Right, so coming around the front, See, you get a gorgeous view of the lake, and we have a boat house here. Let's see if we can see anything inside. Helps if I don't get the camera at any 11 bits. Oh, and it looking like there's chairs in there, so possibly not a boathouse, even though it's titled as such. More like a sort of summer house by the looks of things. And here we catch Julie taking photos of what we're videoing to go on the show reel later. Right, and as we walk away from the lakes, you see the shore of the lakes is littered with snowdrops at this time of year. And we are taking a little wander around, and you can see if we go to the left of the lake here, there's a bridge out, going that way eventually, but there's a bridge out over the stream, being heckled now by the birds. But as they say, progress beyond there today is forbidden because of the extremely muddy nature of the paths. As I say, if we come onto here, you can see where the water from the lake flows down the little waterfall and away to the stream. And here's a quick view from the bottom of the waterfall. As we wandered around, we found this rather large bench. We stood Julie by the side of to give you a bit of idea of the scale of it. Right, now we're on the final leg of the wander around the gardens, heading back down towards the house. At least we've got our steps up for today.
Well, we would have done if we'd have put our outdoor walk on, which we forgot again. I blame your age.
Right, here we are. We wandered all the way back around, and we come to the area with the cafe and the shop. It's an outdoor courtyard area. We have the cafe over there. We have a bookshop here, and down the far end is the shop. And here, tucked away in the corner of the courtyard area, is the ride, which is the cafe and play area. Right, well, that's the end of our day out at Belton House. We spent a good few hours here. There's plenty of area to wander around, things to see, things to do if you've got kids. There's a lovely adventure playground. For the bigger kids, there's a little miniature train, as well as the walks around the gardens and the lake, and quite a nice, quaint, historic house to go and have a look inside. So we'd highly recommend coming here. You could very well spend the day here. There's plenty to do, plenty to keep you occupied. Oh, a lovely day. You can't really beat it. Anyway, we're packing up now and going home. So, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.